As we get closer to October 31st and that veil between the material world and the spirit world continues to thin, I'm going to share a simple way that you may want to get a message from your ancestors using a tarot deck. Hi, welcome to Gently Being. You can use any tarot deck or oracle deck that you may have in your home, and you're first going to want to begin by maybe just doing a cleansing of the deck. And you can do this as simply as just if you light a candle or incense and just cleansing the energy with some of the smoke while keeping the cards far away from the flame if you're using a candle. Or you can use a chime and sound to cleanse the energy, or as the full moon is coming soon, you may want to leave them out in the light of the full moon in a window, just clearing some of the energy from the deck that you're using. Next, you're going to want to consider if you want to get a message from a very specific ancestor, or maybe you just want to leave it more open for whatever message to come through from any ancestor. If you're contacting a specific ancestor, you may want to begin with a short and simple prayer that you say to the ancestor, inviting them to share a message through your tarot cards. Next, you want to shuffle your cards in whatever way you like to shuffle your cards, in the way that speaks best to you. And you want to give them a good shuffle until your intuition tells you to stop. Then it's up to you if your intuition guides you to break the card into 3 separate stacks and then again put them back into one stack, or perhaps just go from where you stopped shuffling. You're then going to want to spread the cards out, and you can do that with holding them in your hand, or if you have a table or on a floor, spread them out in front of you. And then you just want to simply, allow your hand to sort of go over the cards and feel guided in picking the card. And when you feel like this is the card that I need to pick, pull it out, hold it over, and look at the message that your ancestor is sending you through this card. This may be something that you need to bring your attention to, something that's going on in your life at this time, and you may want to give yourself some space to meditate upon the card. If you have a journal, you may want to write down the card that you got. This is a simple practice you can do each day leading up to October 31st, or maybe you're just going to want to pick one card every few days, or just one card that leads you up until October 31st. I will be sharing a bigger tarot spread that you can do for Samhain/Halloween, but I do think this is a really good way to just build that connection with your cards and see if there's any messages that may be coming through. Lastly, you're going to want to make sure that you do a quick energy cleanse of the cards before each time you use them, just to allow the energy to be cleansed and perhaps to open up a message to come through from a different ancestor if you decide to do this more than once. Again, you can really do this simply by just having the card cleansed with some incense smoke or candle smoke if that's what you choose, or even just some sound, or again leaving them out in the full moon. Last week I made a video about magical correspondences with the days of the week, so you may want to consider watching that video. I'll link down below. And if you're really looking for a message that has to do with a specific sphere of life, let's say your home life or your work life, anything like that, you may want to decide to pick a card on the day of the week that corresponds with that sphere. But again, with that, follow your intuition and do what feels best for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe down below, and hit the bell so you always know when there's a new video. And please join along in All Hallows Eve Advent as I post a new video each day, counting down to October 31st. Thanks so much for spending time with Gently Being.